Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. Today I have a review of a holiday palette. I did this for the past couple years. I only picked up one of the Too Faced holiday palettes sets this year though. I picked up the Too Faced Let It Snow Globes. I thought these were just so cute. I did swatch them a little bit in store in Sephora and I was like, I don't know. Then they went 50% off for Black Friday at multiple retailers. I had a $5 off of a purchase at Macy's, so I actually got it for $22 instead of the $54. It's not worth it for $54. We're going to spoil it right there, especially when so many of these sets have gone 50% off. Get it 50% off. Don't. Too Faced is not popular enough now to warrant rushing out and buying it for full price unless you're going to review it. And I'm reviewing it, but I'm reviewing it late. So if you're watching this, thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching this video. Before I start talking about the palettes though, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below if you've tried this, if you've tried any of the holiday palettes, what has been some of your favorite Too Faced. I think they kill it with packaging every year, and the themes, they have some really cute ones. And this year was no different with this one. So you do get 3 palettes in the set, and you can customize them. On the back it says to and from. I don't know, like I would want to give like a sealed piece of makeup or like in a box. I don't know. Do you give out palettes like this, or have you ever gotten like a palette like this from a set? I know they make them that way, but I don't know who actually does that. Anyway, so you have the 3 palettes. You have this little flamingo, peacock, a pink peacock. Ooh. Then we have our little gingerbread woman, and then we have our little angel as well. They're super cute. Did such a good job with that. They're also scented. I had to grab the box to remember what the scent is. They have names on them, but the names are not on these anywhere, which is really funny. So this one is called Taste of Christmas, and this is supposed to smell like pecan pie. Then we have the angel, which is holiday angel. Okay, that one makes sense. I guess they kind of make sense. It's supposed to smell like Christmas treats, whatever Christmas treats are. And then we have the peacock, and it says peacock. So I don't know why the one is Taste of Christmas. Why couldn't you just name it gingerbread or whatever? And this smells like gumdrops. Do they actually smell though? You have to get right in there to really get a sense of any type of scent at all. Like Christmas treats, there might be like a powdered sugar kind of scent to it, but not much. And I'm not getting really anything from the pecan pie at all. So I would say the gumdrops is the strongest scent. If you're sensitive to scents, I don't think these would probably, almost dropped it. I don't think these would probably bother you much at all. So I did wear all of these palettes, tried every shade in them, and I wanted to swatch them, give my opinion. The first one, like I said, is the pink peacock. It has the little bunny, a little squirrel, a little deer. Very, very cute. And then inside, you do have like a little plastic sheet, which I will take out. And then you have, so inside you have your 8 colors and your blush or highlight. And then there's another little scene on the inside as well. Did really a cute job with this. But let's swatch them, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts. Okay, so here we go with all of them swatched from the top down to the bottom. As you can see, some of them are very, very light. They do build up. I did find that they built up pretty well. I want to get in a little closer. I know the color shift sometimes happens, but hopefully you can at least see the textures of them and how they perform. They went on pretty soft. This most pigmented one here, this one right here, it was a teensy bit scratchy. Just, you know, it's just a little rough compared to the rest of them, which feel very powdery soft, very, very soft. The blush is probably my favorite, and I actually used it as an eyeshadow as well. So I used this one kind of as my brow bone highlight, kind of up above. And I also used this one and this one as crease shades, and then deepened up, and then tried all of the shimmers. The shimmers in this one are not terrible. They're not great. They're not going to be super pigmented. They're not going to be super like foiled or you, you know how there's more powdery type of shimmers. That's what this is. It feels a little bit more powdery. This one has the most punch to it, as you can see. This one is a little bit more lackluster, and this one is just kind of in between. They're fine. Do I love this one? No. I thought this was a good one for work though. Like the color story in here, they weren't super pigmented. They weren't over, they didn't have an over presence to them or anything. So it is one that I would wear to work, and I enjoyed wearing it to work. I thought all the colors were appropriate for, a professional environment, but like I wouldn't be wearing this, what I'm wearing today. It was just okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst quality though. It was just kind of, it's the lower quality Too Faced. It's not like the chocolate palettes that they did back in the day that were just really good. This is not quite as good. All right, next up we have the little angel, and there's the little nutcracker soldier and their ornaments, the little snowman as well. Very, very cute. And ignore my nails. I'm sorry. I have been moving boxes and trying to organize stuff, and they're a little rough right now. Inside we have just the little angel inside, and then you have your 8 shades and a highlighter in this one. This has a lot more shimmers in it, and it also has some more less neutral pinky type tones, warm tones. So this is what it looks like swatch. Some of them are very light. Yes, that blue is very light. This one has a nice shift to it. Like if I look at it straight on, I don't really see it, but it does shift up a lot more when it catches the light, which is helpful. This is probably the standout shade for me. It packs a punch. It has a little bit more of a foil to it. It's not as crumbly as this one. This one is pretty crumbly. This one is an okay shimmer, but it is pretty lackluster. If you look over here, it doesn't have a lot. I feel like all of the mattes in this one are a little bit softer. They don't have any of that kind of more rough texture that we had in the first one. And the highlight is pretty nice. I like it as an eyeshadow. I wouldn't necessarily put it on as a highlighter, especially given my skin tone. But once again, kind of a mixed bag of shades. I like some of them. I don't like others as well. This one is very soft and will give you a little bit of fallout, unlike some of the other ones. I think this one gave me a little fallout too. But the shimmers for the most part didn't. That one did, but yeah. So get in a little closer, trying to show you the textures. Yeah. I liked this one. I liked that there was, it still feels like I could do everyday looks with it. But it did have like this fun shifty one and that blue. And the blue was okay. I'm not a big blue fan, so a lighter blue is probably something that I'm more interested in than, just like a bright blue or something more crazy. And today this was like supposed to be a green, so hopefully it's showing up as green. It's kind of a bluey green, I guess. Our third and final palette is the Taste of Christmas, I guess, which is the gingerbread gal, and then she does have her candied sweets around her, and then inside you have the little gingerbread there, and we have once again 8 shades. We have some very warm tones, some browns in there, cool browns, and then you have this blush as well. This is what they look like. There's some presents here. I think that this is probably the best shimmer from this palette. It might be the best in all of them, if I'm honest. The worst one of all of them is this silver. I don't know if you can see, there's silver sprinkled everywhere. It's gotten everywhere. It is very chunky. It doesn't, like, it looks okay on camera, but when I was trying to put this on my eye, when I tried to use it with my finger, when I tried to blend it in, there was just absolutely nothing. It was terrible. It's not foiled. It's just kind of flaky and doesn't have a presence, so it just wears away as you're trying to like put it on. It sticks to your finger it actually doesn't really even stick to your finger. So like if I go like this, can you see it's so patchy in there as well. My camera keeps wanting to blur it, I think. And then you put it on and it looks okay from this distance, but if you try to blend it, it just kind of blends away to nothing, and then there's no point in it being a silver shade because it just looks like something shiny. Little grainy, not as bad as that first one in the first palette. These two I feel like are very similar in shade. One just has that little shimmer to it, but in terms of tone, there we go. They're very similar. I do like the purple that's in here, and the blush I really enjoyed as well. The two shimmers on the bottom are kind of similar, but not too bad. Those are these two. There's not a big difference in tone on the eye, so I don't feel like you're gonna get a ton of looks out of this. I never want to use the silver again. I really hated that shade. It's been a long time since I've been so frustrated with the shade as I was with this silver. I was just like, what's going on? Why are you doing this? It looks like I'm getting a little hard pan on this shadow as well already, and I've only used each of these shades once and then, you know, just swatched them right now. So overall, I kind of liked some of this shades in here, and other than the silver, this is one that I will reach for and I will wear. I'll do the same with the pink peacock one. I had to clean my hand off. It was getting silver flakes all over my brand new sweatpants. I just thought I bought sweatpants at Costco yesterday because, well, I wanted a new pair of sweatpants. And they're not as cute as they could be, but all of the ladies' sweatpants are made for people who are short. I'm not quite 5'10", I'm almost 5'10", and all of the pants were too short on me, and I was like, I don't want, you know, like an inch or two of my ankle showing. So anyway, yes, there are shades in here that I will use again. There are shades in this one that I will use again. This one I probably won't reach for quite as much just because of the color stories, but were they worth $22? I don't mind paying $22 for them just because they were so darn cute, and I did appreciate the cuteness of it. I appreciated the packaging of them. I think this one was the best of the bunch, and then I'd probably go with the Angel as the next. Like I said though, the blue was a little lackluster, so if you're looking for that blue, you might be disappointed. And for $22, even if I didn't have it, the $27, I probably wouldn't be too mad at it because that's $9 a palette, and at $9 a palette, that's kind of, you know, I could buy that NYX or most of the drugstore. It ends up being about drugstore pricing. If I was paying $54 and they were $18 a piece, I would have been disappointed, and I probably well, I probably wouldn't return them, just honestly, but I would have been disappointed if I had spent that much money on them. I do enjoy them. I do like the way they look. Half of why I wanted them was how cute they were. I had swatched a couple. I had swatched the blue and I had swatched the silver in store, and that was why I was like, ooh, no. I was going to get them at the Sephora sale. Glad I didn't. Glad I waited to get the 50% off. I think I've still seen them in certain places being 50% off. So if you are interested, I don't think they're bad for 50% off, but do not pay more than 50% off. $9 a piece, fine. Anything more, they're not worth it. They have issues. They are not the same quality as the Too Faced, like the tin palettes that they were doing that were so good. These are more their holiday quality. They're not terrible, and they're fun, but they're not up there in quality, if that makes sense. Anyway, let me know if you tried these, if you have been tempted on them. Let me know down below. Let me all your thoughts and opinions. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.